Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story of Cameron Cross, a man who, as one character puts it, smells like lemons and guilt. He's just gotten out of prison after doing a decade for a crime he absolutely did not commit. And his hunt for the truth? Well, it starts right now.
And that really is the central question that hangs over everything, isn't it? If Cameron Cross didn't do it, if he spent 10 years of his life paying for someone else's crime, who really pulled the trigger? And more importantly, who let an innocent man take the fall for it?
So let's rewind. Picture this. 10 years ago, Cam walks into a warehouse. It's supposed to be a straightforward deal to settle a debt, but it all goes south fast. There's a shadow, a gunshot, and the next thing you know, gangster Big Tigga is dead on the floor. And just like that, the frame-up begins. The surveillance tapes? Mysteriously corrupted. And to really hammer it home, Cam's best friend, who also happens to be his lawyer, is found murdered the very next day. It was an open and shut case, and Cam was sent away.
Okay, fast forward 10 years. Cam is finally released, but, freedom isn't so simple. He's trying to piece his life back together, working as a dishwasher, all while the law is breathing down his neck. He's trying to rebuild a life that was completely shattered by a lie.
And this is where the two sides of our story really come together. On one side, you have Cameron Cross, the Lemon Man. He's an ex-Marine, hardened and wary after a decade behind bars. And on the other side, you have Lyla Mahon. She owns the cafe where he works, Sunrise Bites, and she is his complete opposite, described as looking like summer and hope and something sacred.
Now, here's where this story gets really interesting, because we have a third narrator. Meet Delilah. She's Lila's fiercely loyal and protective terrier, and through her paw journal, we get this totally unique, unfiltered take on everything. And trust me, from the second she meets Cam, she's got her eye on him. But Lyla has a vulnerability, a big one. She has a life-threatening heart condition. This means any intense emotion, we're talking stress, fear, even too much joy, could literally overwhelm her system and kill her. And this fragility? Well, it's about to make her the perfect target.
So as Cam starts to dig into what really happened all those years ago, he quickly realizes this was no simple frame-up. It wasn't just bad luck. He's just pulled the first thread on a massive, tangled web of corruption, and it's been woven by some of the most powerful people in the entire city.
With a little help from his friend Luis, Cam starts pulling on that thread. First, confirmation. The warehouse surveillance tapes were definitely doctored. Then, they get a key to Locker 383 at Penn Station, and inside, jackpot. A decade's worth of evidence, wiretaps, dirty files, proof of bribes. But here's the real gut punch. The files reveal that Lila's own beloved Uncle Ken, the man who left her the cafe, was a dirty agent who helped set Cam up as the fall guy. You can just imagine how devastating this is for Lyla. The man she looked up to, her hero, helped imprison the man she's now falling in love with. The very foundation of her life, the cafe she cherishes, it's all built on a corrupt lie. Her entire world just comes crashing down.
So who are these masterminds? Let's break down the lineup. At the ground level, you've got Police Captain Peter Moore. He's the one who actually fired the shot. Then there's Tallulah Mailer, the mayor's daughter, who doctored all the evidence. But the real kingpin pulling all the strings? None other than District Attorney Jack Samboro, the very man who prosecuted Cambrim and put him away.
As the villains start feeling the heat, the threats get way more direct. And of course, Delilah is the first one to sniff out the danger. She calls one of the masterminds, Joan Myler, the Snake Witch. It's a little bit of dark humor for sure, but it perfectly captures that growing sense of menace.
Okay, so as Cam gets closer and closer to the truth, the villains, they shift their strategy. This isn't just about clearing Cam's name anymore. No, this becomes a desperate life-or-death battle to keep Lyla alive, because the conspiracy has found his one true weakness. And the threats just escalate. They move from these vague warnings to outright terrifying intimidation. Her home is broken into. This chilling message is left scrawled on her refrigerator in red lipstick. The message couldn't be clearer. They are coming for her.
And then, the attacks get even more sinister. They start weaponizing Lila's heart condition against her. Her medication gets tampered with, her pill bottle is left empty. They're not just trying to scare her anymore. They are actively, cruelly trying to kill her by using her own body against her.
This quote from Joanne Mailer, one of the key manipulators in this whole thing,
It just lays their strategy bare. It is cold, it's calculated, it's ruthless. They know that if they can break Lyla, they can break Cam, and the truth will stay buried forever. But you can only keep a lid on lies for so long. As the pressure mounts, the whole conspiracy just begins to fall apart at the seams. Years of deceit are about to be completely blown wide open by solid evidence and some truly shocking confessions.
And then, boom! The dominoes start to fall, one after another. First, Luis gets his hands on the raw, undoctored surveillance footage. Then, in a twist nobody saw coming, it turns out Lyla's Uncle Ken isn't dead after all. He faked it, and he's alive and ready to talk. And the final nail on the coffin? Tallulah Mailer, after being shot by her own mother, gets on the witness stand and confesses absolutely everything.
And that raw footage, it tells the whole story. The tape doesn't lie. It shows Captain Peter Moore firing the fatal shot, and it shows Tallulah Mailer firing 2 more shots from Cam's own gun into the body to seal the frame-up. Cam never even pulled the trigger.
But the final, shocking twist reveals the man at the very top of the pyramid. The true architect of the whole conspiracy, the money laundering, the cover-up, all of it, was District Attorney Jack Samborough, the very same man who stood up in a courtroom and sent Cameron Cross away for a decade.
So, with the truth finally out in the open, the storm begins to pass. Justice is finally coming, and Cam and Lyla, well, they can at last start building the life they fought so incredibly hard for.
And this is the moment, the ultimate redemption. In a courtroom, a judge speaks the words Cam has been waiting a decade to hear. Your conviction is vacated. You are a free man. His name is finally cleared.
And this is the payoff, the emotional climax. After surviving all of it, and I mean everything, including Lyla giving birth to their son, Ken Rain, in an alley during a shootout, Kim and Lyla finally get married. Their family is whole. Their future is finally theirs. And what about the villains? Well, justice finds every single one of them. Cam delivers his own version of it to Captain Moore from a rooftop. The mayor and his wife get arrested in a big FBI raid at City Hall. And in a moment of just perfect, beautiful irony, the mastermind, Jack Samborough, is taken down by Delilah the Terrier, who knew he was trouble from day one.
You know, in the end, this story is so much more than just a crime thriller. It really leaves us with this big, powerful question. In a world so full of lies, what does it actually take to uncover the truth? And what are you willing to risk to make sure justice is finally served?